Hey, Coach Kelly, how you doing?
Good, thank you.
Hey, talk about the spring practice. I was watching it last week. Just talk about Lindbrook's development during the spring. And he looked good last week in that spring game. I was watching it on TV.
Yeah, I really like his emotional stability in a sense that he doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low, plays very consistent. He's got a lot to learn. He's learning every day. But he's a great student of the game in the sense that, he wants to learn every day, very coachable. The guys really like his leadership style. It's very engaging. So it was fun to coach a guy like that because he wants to come back in and learn and get better every day. So a good spring for him and a good spring game.
And talk about your team. I know last year you're 3-9. Did the players come in the spring practice ready and focused to get over that worst season, to get that behind them?
Oh, absolutely. The standard that we set after a 4-8 season is much higher than that. It's a bar that we did not reach, and so they were highly motivated, and we made some significant changes in the off season, and I think our guys are really getting what it takes to get back to where we need to be.
Thanks, Coach Kelly. Good luck.
Yes, I'm ready. Please proceed with your question.
Hi, Coach Bronco. How you doing?
Hey, well.
Talk about the three graduates on your offensive line. You have three players that came from different colleges. You want to talk about a little bit about them? They graduate and just transfers.
Yeah. So we have three graduate transfers coming at the offensive line. It's not an accident. We targeted number one that many, and at that position, it's one of the biggest holes we have to fill in our program currently to provide the stability and the progress that we're going to need. And so we have two players actually coming from Notre Dame, which I'm excited about. Colin McGovern, which was a starter for Notre Dame most of the season. I like his versatility. Played guard. We think he can play guard or tackle for us. A second-team player for Notre Dame, and John Montellis, who we like athleticism. We like his athleticism, and we think he could play a role for us and get an opportunity that he did not have there, but certainly could have for us. And we have another player coming from Oklahoma State, Brandon Pertile, which we knew about at Brigham Young University, recruited him. He then chose Oklahoma State. We have a great relationship with him as an offensive tackle prospect. So for us, it gives us a great chance to immediately improve our program with some players with experience and maturity at positions of need, while we also develop younger players. And it's great for the players because they'll get a graduate degree from UVA, which is an amazingly important step on their resume. But they also are able to help our football program. So I like the idea at this current place where I am and where we are at the University of Virginia for this thing to work well, maybe for the next couple of years at a few key positions.
Yeah, and real quick, I want to ask you, your second season there in Charlottesville, what did you learn from your first year down there? And there's a lot of stuff you got to improve on?
Yeah, totally. Every area of the program in taking over isn't at the exact same spot that I thought coming in. The amount of work it's going to take is something I'm invigorated by, but it's going to take everything myself and our staff has within the time frame that we all want to win and have success in. And so it's just simply the perspective of not only what we currently have, what the ACC looks like, and what it's going to take to accomplish our goals. We're much more clear now of what has to happen now that we've seen a point of reference an entire year's body of work. And so excited, invigorated, and absolutely know it's possible, but also it's going to be difficult, challenging, and we have to get our roster managed correctly so we can practice and have enough depth to where we can develop the team the way we want.
Yeah. Enjoy the spring game on Saturday.
Thank you. Hello, it's Horn FM Radio Baltimore. Please proceed with your question.
Hey, Coach Johnson, how you doing?
Good.
Talk about your quarterbacks fighting for the position of quarterback this year. Just talk about the three players that you saw in the spring. What did they look like?
Well, I thought, as I said earlier, they all had good springs. I mean, Marshall is a little bit bigger than Justin. I think he has some of the same attributes attributes. He played as a true freshman at slot back for us at A-back. Good athlete. The two redshirt freshmen, Lucas Johnson's about 6'4", 215 out of San Diego. I think he's a good dual threat guy. Jay Jones may be the quickest, fastest guy we've ever had here at quarterback. So they're all talented, and then Matthew Jordan is a little bigger, a little more physical, and he was the backup a year ago, so he was out there for the first couple of weeks of spring as well.
And a follow-up, what is one thing you saw during spring that was something that was not, didn't go well last year that you saw during the spring that might be something you could fix in the fall on both sides of the ball?
I don't know if I'd single out. Yeah, I don't know if I'd single out anything that. Our pass rush was a little better this spring than what maybe last fall, but I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe it means our pass blocking's not as good. So, till you start playing, I try not to put a whole lot of emphasis on what happens in the spring. It's more about teaching and learning the system and developing depth and those kind of things.
Well, Coach, have a great summer.
Okay, you too.
FM Radio Baltimore. Please proceed with your question.
Hey, Coach Justin, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Just talk about the quarterbacks who are going to try to replace Evans. During the spring game, what do you see from the spring game, and what do they come into the fall camp?
Well, I mean, we had 15 practices to evaluate them. I think there were some good and some bad in there with all three of them. The thing that we're looking for are predicted outcomes. I want to see them deliver the ball in the manner in which we're coaching them to do. Sometimes the outcome may not be good, but I want to see them do what they're coached to do on a consistent basis. I want to see them make the easy fundamental plays consistently, and I want to see them value the football. And all three of them at times did that and at times didn't do that. So I think that's why the competition's continuing into the summer and will continue through camp.
Yeah. And talk about your, what do you see during the spring camp that you have to work on in the fall that was part of your Achilles heel last year on defense and offense?
Offensively, we got to do a better job taking care of the football. I mean, when you look back at where we were statistically, it's pretty poor. And I think our kids understand that, and our coaches understand that. It's a reflection of both of us. We've got to find a way to get the job done to take care of the football better. Defensively, we've got to continue to find a way to get a pass rush, either through scheme or through edge rushers, to try and give ourselves a chance.
Well, enjoy your summer. I'll see you in July.
All right, thanks.
Hey, Coach Mark, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Let's talk about what you see in the spring game last weekend. Ready for the fall. What you see on both offense and defense.
Sure. Well, I felt like offensively, our offensive line is getting closer to what we need. We'll have two injured players that have played a lot of ball back. Nick Linder and Sonny Adogwu will come back. We got some other young guys coming in that'll have a chance to compete. So I think our offensive line is going to be in much better shape to get our first and second unit rolling. I think the quarterbacks have they all showed signs of being able to handle the job and all those types of things, but it wasn't quite as consistent as we wanted in all areas. But I think they're capable. And defensively, we've got really good depth right now in the front seven. Our back end, we need some help, and we got help on the way. We got three, at least. There's two I can talk about, but we got some help at corner coming in here, and probably another safety as well. So I think that'll help us on the back end. We got a great kicker coming back. We're not sure who the punter is going to be yet, but a lot of good things are. We've got Barrios as a return man. Walton could do just about anything on special teams, so we're in good shape.